Good evening and welcome to Undaunted Weekly News Briefings. Well, tonight we bring you a story that sheds light on the abysmal state of healthcare in Amazonia, specifically at the Womb District Hospital. Recent developments at this hospital further exposes the failures of the colonial administration, which has proven unable to provide acceptable healthcare services to the people of southern Cameroons. Join us as we delve into the shocking details surrounding this disturbing situation.
You're welcome back. The Womb District Hospital on the spotlight again. Now, today it will further expose the failure of colonial healthcare administration. Now, in our lead story tonight, recent events at the Womb District Hospital has showcased the dire state of healthcare under the colonial Republic to Cameroon administration. The ongoing saga has resulted in the people of Amazonia resorting to seeking treatment at private and mission hospitals due to inexcusable shortcomings of the Republic to Cameroon sponsored healthcare institutions.
Undaunted, we don first some tori wey e worry as how some pikin be blind and him no be fit waka again. After wey dem give dis pikin vaccine wey Republic governor pipu dem dey put am for outside say make all hospital dey start dey use am. Dem leave dis pikin with im mami, dem leave dem make dem dey suffer. Dem leave dem for dat side for one man country for India after wey Republic minister for sick pipu e comot. Dis man im name na Manuada Malaiki. Im be tok say make dem carry dis pikin go for dat side for Mukalamani country for India for sake say dem go treat it for there. Dis thing wey dem deny for helep dis pikin and im mami so it just show all we Amazonian pipu dem say Republic e no care for we and e no like we.
Well, the poor healthcare services in Amazonia is really alarming. In another shocking incident, Undaunted brought to light the gruesome mutilation of a corpse at the Womb District Hospital mortuary, which is operated under the jurisdiction of the La Republique government. Disturbingly, the prime suspect in this case, the mortuary attendant, remains a free man. This scandalous affair has sparked outrage and led to a management crisis meeting at the hospital.
Resolutions exposed the failings. During the crisis meeting, the management of Womb District Hospital reached several resolutions aimed at addressing the healthcare service, not just that, deficiencies within the institution. However, these resolutions have only served to further expose the glaring inadequacies of La Republic to Cameroon hospitals. One such resolution started in October the 25th in a meeting which calls for the recruitment of a new mortuary attendant. This implicitly acknowledges the failure of the current attendant, yet fails to address the underlying issues that allowed such a horrendous act to occur.
Oh well, perhaps more even alarming is the sixth resolution, which states that family members will be responsible for the cleaning and dressing of their corpses. This decision, made by individuals who seem devoid of reason, neglect the fact that handling and manipulating corpses is a delicate task that should only be undertaken by trained professionals. Implementing this resolution puts family at risk of potential contamination and further compounds the ongoing disregard for proper healthcare practices.
As we finish tori for the night, for sika failure for colonial Republic governor, for sika palava for we see pipu dem and hospital inside country. The pipu dem for Amazonia suppose to enjoy better hospital dem like other pipu dem for different country. because say dem deserve am, and e be very very clear say Republic governor no fit for helep we for get all dis thing dem as dem dey use we thing dem no fit back am back for fix common thing dem like road and hospital. So for dis palava e dey show say we dey call all man for outside make dem put hand for helep pipu for Ambazonia for inside dis palava.
All right, and now we head to other stories. Brainwashed Amazonian tenants of DDR centers realize they were deceived.
Well, the DDR centers indeed, the tenants of the DDR centers indeed regret falling for La Republic's deceptive reintegration promises. Well, in this report, we'll bring you the latest update on the Ambazonians who fell victim to the deception of La Cameroon's government fake reintegration promises. Let's jump right into the details. Now, today we shed light on the plight of those who had once dedicated their lives to the restoration of the statehood of former British Southern Cameroons, but were tricked into joining the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration, the DDR centers. Now, these Amazonians now find themselves regretfully realizing that they were deceived by the cheap lies propagated by the La République colonial government pertaining to reintegrations.
The victims of the tragic Bankolo landslide, which occurred on the 8th of October 2023 in the La Republic du Cameroon Center region, have been left desperately seeking fulfillment of La Republic du Cameroon's government's promise to establish and resettle them. These devastating incidents claimed the lives of at least 30 people and destroyed over 14 homes due to a heavy downpour that submerged an embankment with water. The collapse of an embankment erected decades ago around an ancient nearby triggered this catastrophic event.
After wey dis ground don fall for Republic so, dem after dis ground plenty e don fall for Republic governor, the minister and different different pipu dem like Paul Atangandi, minister wey na minister for territorial administration, with Celestine Ketcha wey na minister for housing and urban planning, bin comot go see the place. Dem promise dis pipu wey dem lost dis their life and their thing dem plenty for inside dis palava wey na ground e throway plenty so, say dem go find dem place wey dem go shino for now and dem go be there till time wey dem go do something for inside dis palava before dem go find dem place wey dem go finally settle dem.
Well, however, the victims of Mbankolo are now expressing their deep dissatisfaction with the colonial government's inaction. Well, we managed to speak with one survivor named Madeleine, who shared her heartbreaking story. She says she lost everything in the landslide. Her beauty salon, which was her only means of income, was completely destroyed. The La Republic colonial government promised, as always, to assist her by providing new homes, but since then, they have been abandoned in the Cameroon's People's Democratic Party hall. Well, she says they are surviving solely through the help of a few kind-hearted individuals who visit them sporadically. The government has abandoned them, she says.
Madeleine's plea echoes the sentiments of many others who are deceived by La Republic du Cameroon's government's hollow promises. These victims believe they were embarking on a path of reintegration only to be left stranded. It is crucial for all of us to stand in solidarity with our fellow Amazonians who fall prey to these deceptions. The La Republic du Cameroon government must be held accountable for the broken promises and ensure the resettlement of the victims. We will continue to follow this story closely and provide updates as it unfolds.
The Ambazonian pipu dem wey bin decide for fall Chuki for colonial republic dem trap as how dem decide for join DDR center must to suffer the consequence. Yes, my country pipu, because our country pipu dem dey ever use to talk all time say no cut their fufu wey you know say no go fit swallow am. Make dem stop for the complain now. Instead, make dem start for learn how wey dem go be used to with the thing wey dem dey see am now for sika say dem fall for dat Chuki. Republic dem don plan say anything wey dem go do, dem go suffer dem. My country pipu dem, if you no fit finish your fufu, no start am. Sika say their show Republic their show e don open. and all man e don see am. So anything wey dem dey plan am and dem think say e go give dem good news, the time wey I dey talk so my country pipu e don fail dem. So if dem dey expect for see anything, e no go work.
Oh, well, moving on to some reports of concerns that we brought to you in the course of the week on Tuesday. But over the week, we brought you reports of the ADF BIR, their atrocities across Amazonia that continued unabated, while Amazonians were yet to come out of the gruesome killings of two innocent civilians in Guzang, Batibo local government area. We saw on Sunday, October 22nd, 2023, another ADF BIR killing. This time, the quarterhead of Nibum Quarter, Mile 4, in Quain in Bamenda local government area, Mr. Mbontie Benashus. There were social media reports that he was removed inside the church and gunned down, but from information we got and brought to you this week, confirming from the parish pastor of Mbelewa Nkwen, the pastor said otherwise to those claims.
Parish pastor talk say Massa Bonti Benashos used to go na Presbyterian church Belewa, but him be backslide since like 3 years dem since and all the time wey dem don put power for see say me dis man he come back for church he no still work. He talk say late Bonti Benashos no be still be na Christian but the casualty na right for inside he house for sharp sharp money time for Sunday. Dis day so we be na number 22 day for inside dis very October wey we dey so. Now some pipu dem don decide say dem go dey enter na for church time wey dem wan hide. The church e don show say e no dey with we pipu and e dey work na with we Public governor. Na so pipu dem don confuse because which place dem go hide now wey church e don decide for the give information now na for Public governor.
Well, this is what the colonial republic, the Cameroon barbaric soldiers, and the ADF do to tarnish the revolution. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, there is wailing and consternation as the population is yet to understand what actually happened. Now, let's see the video.